In law and philosophy, there is a core concept known as the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law. Every law has a literal text, but it also has an underlying purpose. Law cannot be reduced to wording alone. Its text must be interpreted in light of its moral logic and human consequences. When people cling to literal wording while ignoring what a rule was meant to accomplish, they can disappear into semantics and miss the forest for the trees. To understand the history of Palestine, we must look past modern semantics to a geographic reality spanning 2,500 years. The name originates from Peliset, the Philistines, in the 12th century BCE. By the 5th century BCE, the Greek historian Herodotus used Palestine to describe the entire coastline. It became an official political entity in 135 CE, when Roman Emperor Hadrian suppressed the Bar Kokhba Jewish revolt and merged Judea into Syria, Palestina, a deliberate move to sever the Jewish connection to the land. For the next 1,500 years, the name endured. The Byzantines divided it into administrative districts. Following the 7th century Muslim conquests, Islamic caliphates preserved the terminology, naming the military district Jund Filastin. Under the Ottoman Empire, while organized into regional sanjaks, Filastin remained the universal geographic and cultural descriptor used by locals and scholars alike. After World War I, the League of Nations formalized this geography into the British Mandate for Palestine. For 28 years, it was a legally defined geopolitical entity. Whether you were Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, your official passport said Palestine. This continuous geographic era only shattered with the 1948 war and the UN partition, which divided the land into the State of Israel, the Jordanian-annexed West Bank, and Egyptian-administered Gaza. This exact tension between a historical reality and a rigid legal text appears throughout the biblical tradition. Scripture gives real weight to command and covenant, yet it insists that justice and mercy are not optional extras. Jesus repeatedly confronted interpretations that honored the text outwardly while neglecting its deeper moral aim, restoring the law to its proper purpose. So when some argue that Palestine was never a country, a state, or an independent nation before 1948, understand the mechanism at play. They are playing semantic games, hyper-focusing on a rigid letter of the law to completely snuff out its spirit. Real interpretation asks not just what the text says, but what it is for, whom it serves, and what kind of world it produces. The letter must serve the spirit, not replace it.